Hey, what's going on, guys? This is my weekly check-ins for my fat loss transformation series, and this week is week 4. So we're right around that time for the holidays, and I'm pretty sure everyone out there is like super excited and stoked to eat just about everything and enjoy themselves, because we can all agree 2020 has been pretty rough as it is. However, I'm on a fat loss transformation for myself, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys might be out there doing the same. So the question is, how do we go about it? How do we go about this process during this particular time? All right, so before we begin, let me just go ahead and ask, how are you guys doing? We are closing in super tight to 2020's amazingness, right? And yeah, Christmas is right around the corner, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then New Year's next week. So just wanted to see how you guys were doing. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys are excited and ready for the new year. All right, so with that out of the way, let's begin. All right, so here we're looking at week 4's stats. There's some weight fluctuations here and there, which is typical, it's normal and expected. As we just talked about in our last video, there were no caloric changes nor any cardiovascular exercises increased into the diet or the training plan. Everything is basically the same. And with some weight fluctuations and minor ups and downs and peaks and valleys, as you will, with food intake, you could see Thursday through Sunday, these were the times and periods where my calories were up some. And again, we're going to save that in just a moment. Now let's go over and look at our weekly weight average. We could see that it's 192.8. My average waistline is 33.88. My average neck measurement is 15 inches, giving me both measurements a total of 17.2% body fat approximately. And my weight change for this week was a negative 1.9. Now, being that it's a negative 1.9 and the target rate, in case you guys forgot, was 1.8 pounds of loss per week. It's very important I mention this now. Your weight loss target rate may be a set number, but there's no guarantee that you're going to hit that number each and every week. Consider that as your guide, all right? A small curve in a downward angle. Consider that as your guide to help you notice the fluctuations within that line. It's not to say that, hey, this week was 1.9. That means I went down really fast. I'm like, oh yeah, we can expect to see that the following week. Not necessarily. And then the following day it might shoot up real high, and then we might assume that we're not eating in a deficit enough or we're not eating in a low enough caloric intake to create that deficit. This is not necessarily true. So this is why it's important to have weekly data to find some averages and to see if in that direction is where we're wanting to go. So with my average weight and the weight change, it's clear and safe to say that we're on the right path. Moving forward, calories will be the same, and the cardiovascular exercises performed would also be the same. Okay, so let's take it back now and look at those dates that I showed you with Thursday through Sunday of the variance of caloric intake. My daily calories is supposed to be 1995, right? A steady 1995 per day, no refeeds, none of that. However, because it's that week and it's the holidays, we have, as you can see, a smaller amount on Monday through Wednesday and a little bit higher amounts on Thursday through Sunday. The key thing that I want you to know is the end of the week's average. My end of the week's average was approximately 2,070 calories, somewhere in that range. 2,070 calories. What does this mean for you? Well, if my daily intake is supposed to be, in a perfect world, 1995, 1995, 1995, so on and so forth, the average is 1995. However, because of the fluctuations in caloric intake and the end result being 2,070-ish calories, I was only off approximately 80 to 85, again-ish calories, right? So if I'm only off 80 to 85 amount calories through my diet, it's not going to really cause a huge impact throughout my fat loss process. So the point here in the process and the things that I want to share with you moving forward is the first thing to do around the holidays is to plan ahead. You got to plan ahead, guys. Look, the holidays is a special time for everyone, and I truly understand that. Personally, I don't care about the holidays too much, but I understand others. It's an important time of the year, and it means a lot for them. But the first thing that you need to do around the holidays is to plan ahead. You already know that the following week, if you're on a diet, you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to get ready for the following month, or holiday, not holiday, but like a vacation or whatever the case is for you, you have that goal. Consider that this week is going to be a little bit messy. So why not prep in advance and reducing perhaps a few calories here and there, and then when you do offset yourself and eating those more calories throughout those days, get an idea, whatever that difference is, at some point it meets an average amount close to what you're supposed to have on a daily basis. That is the first thing. Plan ahead. At some point it'll work out. The problem is many of you don't plan. Not planning is planning to fail, guys. You really got to plan ahead and evaluate what you're doing. And that's also the reason why I did this series, and on the other side of the prep phase, to get you guys to understand that there's a process that goes behind fat loss. You can't just assume that in the very beginning with your high levels of motivation that fat loss is going to be continuous and ongoing. It will fuck with your head. It will mess with you. So that's why by planning ahead, when it comes counter towards you, you're ready to defend yourself. All right, so the last thing I want to add to this is to change up the ingredients. So for example, me personally, I love plátanos. You know what I'm saying? I'm Dominican, my family, they Dominican, they be making some good food. And with that being said, my friend, I'm starting to get hungry, you know what I'm saying? I'm on a diet, yo. She be making some good tostones, you know what I'm saying? So what you basically is a plantain, you slice up very thin, and you put that in oil, right? So it can get fried. Now, I know you might be thinking vegetable oil because it's vegetable, it's healthy, whatever type of oil, coconut oil because it's healthy. Look, we're not saying that it's not healthy. What I am saying is it's extremely dense in calories, and the whole point here with this second one is to swap the ingredients, or at least the method of cooking. So for example, right, some people have an air fryer and utilize that as for cooking tostones or fried plantains. Obviously it's not the same, guys, but remember, you are on a fat loss diet. So this also means that a lot of things change. Your mindset changes, your body changes physically through the appearance and also physiologically. You want change, you're gonna have to ditch some old habits. But let me tell you, it doesn't have to be so rough and tough. There's still ways to make your life somewhat simpler, and that's by being flexible. So that's it, guys. When you're doing fat loss around the holidays, just keep it simple and understanding the three things: plan ahead, flexible, and stay focused. And you'll be all right. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching and supporting this channel. If you like this video, do me a favor, hit the like button. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe. I look forward to seeing you in our next one.